Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. At this time, I'd like to call the Physical Services Committee meeting for September 7th, 2021 to order. Please call the roll.
Counselor Hill.
Here.
Counselor Burridge.
Here.
Counselor Walker.
Here.
Counselor Gozick.
Here.
Could I have a motion to approve the minutes of our August 16, 2021 meeting? Counselor Burridge, Counselor Walker.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Is there any old business to come before this committee? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. Under communication, item number 1, Thomas Kells, Commissioner of Public Works and Parks and Recreation, has received a request from Patricia Bucher to donate a memorial bench in memory of her mother and stepfather with preferred placement along Linear Park. Is there anyone here to speak to this event or to this item? Okay. If you'd like to come right to the podium, you can just state your name and where you reside.
Yep, I'm Patty Bucher. I live at 4 Sunrise Drive in Oswego, and I am requesting a memorial bench for my mom and stepdad at Linear Park.
In order to install 2 solar lamp posts between the curb and sidewalk. Again, pretty straightforward request. You want to speak?
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, just 2 lamp posts with pavers, part of the ORA, Dress Up the Neighborhood program. Like you said, pretty straightforward.
Any questions for Mr. McGinn? No? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Walker, Counselor Gozick.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 3, RISA Inc., lessee of a commercial property located at 126 West 2nd Street, requests the use of space in order to construct a deck with a handicap ramp fronting West 2nd Street. Mr. McGinn?
Okay, so as you can see in that drawing, if you're familiar with the clubhouse, right now there's an oval window in the front there. Mr. McGrath's plans are to take that out, put a nice big French door in there, come out 6 foot by 23 foot with, call it a deck. It's more of a landing, kind of levels out. If you're familiar with that sidewalk, it's at quite a bit of a slope, and it's in a little bit of rough shape. And then on the south end, he's going to put a handicap ramp so that it's handicap accessible. As you look at that, I don't have drawn on there, but his entrance is the door to the left, his main entrance. And to the right of that, there will be a railing that comes out, goes across the front, and then back to the building. So it'll only be accessible from inside the bar. Nobody from the street will be able to just hop up on there. It's going to have railing. So it's more to just kind of give them a little bit more space, bring the outdoors to the indoors, help out a little bit more with the small business owner to be able to spread out, be a little bit more socially distancing.
Do you have any concerns with the amount of sidewalk space that will be left? Will there be any?
Still leaves 5 feet, which is
Okay.
what, same thing that we have across the street here with Brandon Legos at La Perilla. And that's what we require is 5 feet. So I don't really have any issue. Mr. McGrath is responsible for clearing his sidewalks and stuff, which I see him out there diligently doing that all the time. So I don't foresee any issue with it.
And I don't have any concerns as the counselor for that area, so. Any questions from the council? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Walker.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 4, RISA Inc., lessee of a commercial property located at 124 West 2nd Street, requests use of public space in order to park a food truck in the 4 parking spaces fronting said property for an end-of-the-year event scheduled for September 19th, 2021.
So in front of Spencer's Alley, Mr. McGrath is requesting just 4 parking spots for that time frame that day for a food truck, just to his end of the season party. And I believe he's actually sold that property, so it's kind of a going out bash for there.
Any questions from the council? Any concerns?
Quick question.
Counselor Walker?
Mr. McGann, I see there's a handicap parking there. Are they going to utilize that or move one down from?
He's going to be down from the handicap spot for this one.
So a little bit north of the handicap spot?
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, yep.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Walker, Counselor Burridge.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 5, the Special Events Committee, through the Office of Economic Development, received a request from John Fitzgibbons regarding a block party to be held Sunday, September 26, 2021, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Anyone here to speak to this item? Okay. Were there any questions from the council on the material in the packet? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Burridge.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Item number 6, the Special Events Committee received a request from Kimberly Westcott on behalf of the Girl Scouts for use of public space at East Park to organize and celebrate a back-to-school celebration to be held on Saturday, September 18, 2021, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Anyone here to speak to this item? Okay. Again, fairly straightforward. Any questions from the council on this? Okay. Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Walker, Counselor Burridge.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
And number 7, the Office of Community Development has received a request from Jerry Millar for a waiver of the noise ordinance and road closures for the Porch Fest event to be held on September 19, 2021. And this is just a rescind, and we're going to pass it again to correct something in the original resolution. Any questions on this one? Could I have a motion, please? Counselor Gozick, Counselor Burridge.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Is there any other business to come before this committee? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Counselor Burridge, Counselor Walker.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Counselor Walker.
Yes.
Counselor Gozick.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to open the Administrative Services Committee meeting for September 7th. Please call the roll.
Counselor Cordino.
Here.
Counselor McBurdy.
Here.
Counselor Hill.
Here.
Counselor Plunkett.
Here.
Counselor Burridge.
Here.
I'd like a motion to approve the minutes of the August 16th, 2021 committee meeting. Counselor Hill, Counselor McBurdy.
Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Any old business? Seeing none. Item number 1, under new business. Mayor William J. Barlow Jr. requests a budget amendment to Parks A 7110-0410 in the amount of $9,265, and authorization for City Chamberlain Deborah Code to pay invoice 0044506-IN to Fibar Group LLC for new mulch at Shapiro Park. Mr. Mayor?
This is just what the communication says. It's an invoice for new mulch that was placed at Shapiro Park. In addition to that, we're working on new swings and a new slide for the playground as well.
All right, thank you. Any comments or concerns from the council? I, as the counselor for the 7th Ward, would like to thank the mayor and the council for their support on this one. Shapiro Park was in badly need of work on the surface. It probably hadn't been replaced in many, many years. So if you get a chance to drive by there, it looks very, very nice. And looking forward to those other improvements on the equipment itself. If there's no other business or comments, please, I'd like a motion, please. Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Burridge.
Before I call roll, may I ask who's preparing the resolution?
We will have the DPW prepare the resolution.
All right. Counselor Cordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burridge.
Yes.
Item number 2, Mayor William J. Barlow Jr. requests a budget amendment to the athletic fields materials and supplies account A 7190-0410 in the amount of $11,000 for 3 100 by 100 feet field tarps for the Legends softball complex. Mr. Mayor?
Just what the communication says, we have 6 softball fields up at Legends. As you know, the last few years, we've contracted with the Champions to manage the fields, but we still own them and, obviously have an interest to make sure the fields stay in good condition and that the tournaments that Champions bring to town go off without a hitch and they can get their tournaments in without delay or complication. So this is one of the things Champions identified that was on their wish list earlier this year to help them run tournaments, better tournaments, and to have a smooth operation out there. I think we all realize how important these softball tournaments have become when the tournaments, clearly there's a correlation between the weekends they're hosting a tournament and the capacity of our hotels and restaurants. It's easily noticeable every time they have a tournament. So I think this is a good investment and will help ensure more tournaments and a better run operation up there next summer and beyond.
All right, thank you. Any comments from the council, from the public? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor Hill, Counselor Plunkett.
And again, I just need to know who.
I'll do this resolution.
Okay, thank you. Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 3, Mayor William J. Barlow Jr. requests a budget transfer in the amount of $40,000 from the Tourism Contracted Service Account A64750440 to the Office of Economic Development, CDA account 6420 for the special events budget in order to continue to organize and execute events on behalf of the city of Oswego. Mr. Mayor?
This is already budgeted money in the 2021 budget, but we're just transferring from one account to another. If you look at the budget, we always put $40,000 in special events for our summer concert series, the Water Street Square series, and the 4th of July parade. We put the other $40,000, at least in this case for 2021, in the promotion and tourism budget, because we knew we were going to spend it on tourism initiatives, but not necessarily at the time events. It turns out in 2021, we've spent this money and then some on events, and it sounds like from the budget workshop, we'll be able to do the same thing next year, which is great, and I appreciate the council's support there. But for now, we have to transfer this money so we can pay some outstanding bills from the drone show and get to work on some upcoming events in the fall and winter.
All right, thank you. Any questions from the council, from the public? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor Burge, Counselor Hill.
Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 4, City Engineer Jeff Hinderleiter requests permission to seek RFP, request for proposals, for the operations and maintenance of the High Dam facility. Mr. Mayor?
Just what the communication says. As you know, earlier this year, we terminated our contract with Brookfield. We put them on the notice that was required, and that notice will end officially on October 31st. But in short, the engineering department found some serious issues with the service or lack thereof we were getting from Brookfield in managing our High Dam facility. So in the interim, our staff here at City Hall has been running the facility and taking care of it with any support that Brookfield still has to provide until October 31st. So we're requesting permission to publicize this request for proposals for the next month and a half, so that we can hopefully have something in place, if not by the 31st, then shortly thereafter.
All right, thank you. Any questions for the mayor, from the council, from the public? I just want to clarify just one thing. So the RFP is going to be for 14 months, or is it going to be 2 months and then another 12-month option? Because
So we are going to do the 1 year, and then there's the 1 year option. If either party changes their mind, then we don't have to exercise that option, but that would be the hope, is after the first year, if we're pleased with the service, bring them back.
But for, you said that it was going to end in the current contract with Brookfield October 31st, so November and December, what are we doing for November and
That
December?
are, well, I mean, depending on how quickly we can get this RFP out, publicized, and turned around, we'll approve it. You know, once the RFP goes out, I think it has to be publicized for 30 days. So once it comes back, if whatever the council calendar is at that time, we'll approve it, have it ready to go for November. But if the dates fall where we already passed the opportunity for the last council, then in-house staff will have to take care of it until we put this one in place.
All right, thanks for explaining that. Anybody else? Seeing that, none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor Plunkett, Counselor McBurney.
Counselor Coordino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 5, the engineering department requests approval of change order number 13 with Patricia Electric for the East Side Wastewater Treatment Plant Asset Management Plan improvement project in the amount of $6,529.30. Is there anybody here to speak to it? I see we do have somebody. And who are you again?
I'm Taryn Paggio. I'm the city engineering technician with Jeff Interlater.
Thank you.
The city engineer office would like to request additional lighting added to the second story of the east side wastewater treatment plant. It's a safety concern, and that's why we're bringing it.
Thank you. Any questions from the council, from the public? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor McBurney, Counselor Burge.
Counselor Corodino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Thank you.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 6, City Chamberlain Deborah Code requests discussion regarding a donation from the Oswego Sunrise Rotary Club. Mrs.
Thank you.
Code?
Thank you, Counselor. We received a check from the Sunrise Rotary Club for $1,579.50 with a copy of an invoice for flowers that were purchased at the Peace Garden. So they would like to sponsor those flowers.
All right, that seems like a simple request. Anybody have any questions for, yes, Counselor?
Yes, are they gonna plant the flowers in the fall or do it in the spring? I believe they're already there. Yeah. I didn't know if they're gonna put more. This just appeared on my desk. We'll take it.
Anybody else have any concerns or questions? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor McBurney, Counselor Burge.
Counselor Corodino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 7, Chris Baker, Director of Information Technology, requests discussion regarding an intra-departmental transfer of funds to cover various technological purchases. Chris?
Good evening. I'm looking to transfer some money out of our contracted services account this year. There's some money left in there from not renewing certain services and other ones I've been able to cancel throughout the year because we had essentially had different software doing the same thing. So I want to transfer money from our contracted services account to the equipment account to cover some additional things that have come up this year that I'd like to get taken care of before the end of the year.
All right. Thank you. Any questions for Chris on this one? This sounds like a normal end-of-the-year type of transfer when people are moving things from one budget to another.
Yes.
Any questions? Seeing none? Oh, yeah, Counselor.
How much is this? I don't see it in there, you know.
I haven't finalized that number. I've been working on that. It's not going to exceed $40,000 out of that account, but I'm trying to figure out exactly what is left this year to pay. And I was trying to get it on to the agenda, but I haven't finalized those numbers, and I'm going to be finalizing those with Debbie this week to have a resolution put out Thursday.
Okay, thank you.
Good question. Anybody else? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Hill.
Counselor Corodino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurney.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
Item number 8, Mayor William J. Barlow Jr. requests discussion regarding interior repairs to the 3rd floor of Oswego City Hall. Mr. Mayor?
This is a quick add-on. Obviously, we, as most of you know, the 3rd floor of City Hall has been in subpar condition for at least the last 6 years that I know. Between the carpet and some of the walls and the ceiling up there, it's needed some work. But in order for it to make any sense, we wanted to wait until the roof would stop leaking, number one, and some of the exterior renovations were done. So what we did, at least in the very near future, is solicited 3 quotes to have the former zoning and planning board room. The roof was saturated because rainwater was pouring through the roof, so the ceiling tiles became saturated and fell down probably, I don't know, a year, maybe even 2 years ago, so that room's been out of service for a while. So we had Jeff McGann get 3 quotes to actually have it repaired quickly, so that repair is just about done. We awarded the work to MAJ Contracting out of Fulton. The low quote was $4,800. The other quotes were $7,400 and $6,500. So we're having that work done. They're just about to wrap up probably tomorrow, so I'll just request at the council meeting, I'll put this in resolution form, obviously, but we'll just need the money in an amendment to the buildings account. But I wanted to give that heads up here at committee before you see it on the agenda for council.
All right, very good. Any questions from the council, from the public? Seeing none, can I have a motion, please? Counselor Hill, Counselor Plunkett.
Counselor Coردino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.
All right, I believe that was the last item on the agenda. Is there anything else? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn? Counselor McBurdy, Counselor Burge.
Counselor Coردino.
Yes.
Counselor McBurdy.
Yes.
Counselor Hill.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Burge.
Yes.